y'all, welcome to Of Little and Light. I'm Samantha. Today we're going to talk about an experiment we have going on with one of our rabbits. When we first moved to this property in July, it was really nice and green and the grass was growing great. And so when we brought our rabbits from the apartment, it's like, hey, why don't we just put their cages straight on the ground so they can eat the grass? And turns out you can't exactly do that. Their stomachs, when they've been raised in cages like this and given pellets pretty much their whole life, you have to kind of let their stomachs adjust to the grass, as well as frequently move their cages around, at least once a day. And I didn't do that. I didn't know. So unfortunately, we did lose those two. Now, we have this nice big rabbit barn, and we don't really have to worry about that anymore. We have everybody off the ground. They're not really exposed to parasites. It's pretty easy, to be honest. But we just brought home two new does, and we didn't exactly have room for them. So we had to kind of make it work. So this is one of our new does. Her name is Alice. She is a New Zealand. She's had babies before, so I'm really excited. We've already bred her to our buck. Now we just have to wait. This is our other new doe. This is Margot. She is also a New Zealand. Actually, she was a pet at one point, so she's super friendly, which is really nice. And she's a kind of a, I don't want to say rare, but she's a different color, obviously. Usually they're white and have the little black nose and ears, and she's called a black otter. Of course, we're out here, so we have to look at the babies. Hey, babies. We did lose the smallest one out of this blended litter. Look, hi. They all have their eyes open now. Hi, babies. So there are 7 left, and they are all doing so good. Look how fluffy. I really like this one. It's got a really small, short face. Anyways, they are all doing great. It won't be long, and they'll be trying to get out of this nesting box. So when we brought home the two new girls, that put us at 7 does and 2 bucks, but we only have 4 doe pens. One of the does we were keeping in the clinic up by the house, which is just a really large transport cage, but it's not really big enough to like comfortably be in for a long period of time. So we had three does that didn't have a cage. Here's what we did. We decided the rabbit who was in this cage, Maddie, was so mean. I could not put my hands in the cage to feed her. So I decided it was best that we just give her the crock pot cure and not have to worry about it anymore. And then the one who was in the clinic, Louisa, was just not healing properly. So we went ahead and culled her too, which still left us with one who didn't have a cage. If you follow us on Instagram, odds are you've already seen this. We made a rabbit tractor to house one of our rabbits. We only used things we already had on the farm. We didn't have to buy anything. This is some extra chicken wire from when we built the chicken run for our coop. On the bottom, there's an awkward length of old fence that was left by the previous owner. The shelter back there is old feed bags, corn, yellow corn specifically. And the lumber was all from the delivery of pallets and stuff that Jerry had sent over here from his work. So Kate here is really a guinea pig for us. I'm going to make sure I move her every single day. I'm really gonna watch her, worm her as needed, because if she does well, then we'll be building another one of these tractors and putting that litter in there when they're ready to be weaned. I don't want to just throw them out here and not know what's gonna happen and, potentially lose the whole litter. So Kate here is just gonna be our trial run for us. If you want to see more of our day-to-day life and watch us build things like this tractor here, especially when it's on a whim like this one was, just go check out our Instagram account. I'll link it in the description below. If you liked hanging out in our little corner of YouTube today, please consider sharing or liking or even leaving a comment below. When you do that, it tells the YouTube algorithm that you enjoyed the content and that it should show it to other people. It's a great non-committal way of supporting us. Now, if you're ready to commit, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you see our content when it comes out. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Until we meet again. Bye, y'all.